The first thing I'm going to say is you have to judge an episode on its merits. You went into this with preconceived ideas about what it is, and you got to be honest. You got to keep it 100. You can't get up here and lie. You can't get up here and hate watch. You've got to judge the episode on its merits, episode to episode. And this week we've been introduced to civilian hero Aku. Fresh off the episode, what are your first thoughts? Because I know you had a lot to with this character for some reason.
Well, I'd have to draw the butthole on the dog.
You know what? That I didn't like. You know what? You know what? Early out the gate, I thought,
It was
hold
prevalent.
on. Why?
It was prevalent throughout the whole episode, and it bothered me.
It bothered me.
I already didn't want to watch this episode.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I was like, wait, you didn't actually have to. You didn't have to draw that. You know what I'm trying to say? Like that.
It protruded. It protruded.
It was a strange choice. Wouldn't have made it personally.
I'm convinced the devs are watching because we said this last week. I'm convinced the devs are watching.
Timing as well because again we were like, surely they're not going to do like another character intro with one episode left to take us out of the role we've been on.
You know
for
what?
A few weeks. Go on.
You know what? I'm going to be fair.
Okay.
Genuinely going to be fair. The character itself, trash. But the introduction of the character and how the character ties into the main story, absolutely A1.
Yes.
Absolutely A1. Because it absolutely works. It works. And it's funny that I dislike the character so much because the fact I dislike the character and the reason I dislike the character is the same reason as to how we get the conclusion of the end of the episode. And it kind of makes sense. And I'm just like, I still dislike the character.
Yeah.
But it makes so much sense.
Yeah, you got to respect it because, again, we both said as soon as the announcements came out for the characters and we saw that there was going to be a talking animal that plays a part, straight away we're like, oh, no.
The fact that I like that he didn't talk throughout the whole episode. I like that he got his voice right at the end.
They're doing the Pixar thing again.
They introduced something though. They introduced something, but we'll get to it towards the end of the episode.
So what did you think? They've gone back to the more comic art style.
I know, I like that. I did like the art style.
I thought, hold on, this is like Saturday morning cartoon vibes. It was giving me that throughout the main character as well. It's like, again, we're seeing the formula a bit more. They're like doing with their introductions, showing like a little bit of the backstory, then put them in a sad situation or whatever, and then like raise them up to hero levels. We've seen this a few times, but initially I like that they're still connecting dots even, and you know what, it makes sense timeline wise as well.
Yeah,
because of where the Aku story fits in to the overall timeline. That's why I wasn't so mad at it. And again, it was after. It's like, yeah, they're drawing the thing that's like, why are you gonna do that? Like we just had back-to-back serious episodes. Shit's going down. Shit's getting real. And Nice, I hate Nice so much,
bro. I don't know how. But do you know what I do appreciate about the series? They start us with that character. They start us with Nice, and they have slowly just been showing us the fall of Nice, well, the original Nice, and they're showing us how he got to that. They've literally taken us to the point.
We'll get to that. Hold on. We'll get to that because there was something strange happened at the end where I wasn't quite sure what we were looking at. And before we get to that, there's a piece in there that links onto X's promotional video where we see him fighting the shadowy figures.
Yeah,
he's clicking, he's putting them into the walls, into the floor, and it was so it was crazy seeing that in the episode, like a little snippet of that in the episode. So that lets us know that this was planned, this was meant to go down at this time in the story. It's not like they just threw it out there and then they thought, okay, we haven't got time left, so let's just introduce all these characters that haven't been on screen yet.
Yeah.
Which begs the question, do you think they're going to go for another one next episode?
I'm not sure what they're gonna do next episode, if I'm deadly honest,
Okay,
because
so
it's the last one.
Yeah, it's two things. It's the last episode, and there's still a character to introduce, or two characters to introduce.
I don't. I'd be surprised if they did.
Fair,
but I also wouldn't be shocked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know that sounds crazy to say.
Nah, it
but
makes sense to me.
I personally don't want them to introduce the last two until we get to next season. But if they do, it would make sense to, because that means, okay, we've shown everybody and we've shown how everybody ties in ultimately to the story. Because I have no doubt they're going to do it well.
41 years after commission. That was the timepiece on this episode. Showing you where it fits in on the overall timeline. We'll have to do like a little episode, and after we've done our like rewatches and where things fit in and how interesting it is.
I'm doing a rewatch and then I'm doing a timeline rewatch.
Yeah, because again, they've answered a lot of questions, to be honest. Like even about the agencies and the role they play. There's some like a few dialogue lines where it's kind of like, okay, so that's his motivation. We missed out on the top 10, and then we see that spiral of Nice. Where
can we just deep it? Nice is an asshole.
I hate Nice.
Like
I hated him from the beginning.
It's when he folds his arms. I'm just like, bro, like come on.
Any more like dislikable?
Yeah.
Like you're just trying these schemes. You've got one guy aimed off. You get me? Someone who was respected. He had a lot of trust as well. And just to go back to the origin of Aku's powers, he was saying the fans believed in him, but he didn't.
Yeah. So it's that's what I was actually going to get to towards the end. But you know what, we're covering it now.
Yeah.
It was when he had the belief in himself that his powers truly activated, and it's like every time I think I know the power system, they throw a curveball in there, and I'm just like, bro, I just want him right now.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just watching to watch now because I thought I had it, and then when I saw that, I'm like, okay, so you can like, I know self-belief, but like, to what extent? What are the limits with that?
Maybe it's partially self-actualizing.
You know what? There's got to be something there, and
that would explain why they can all use their powers straight away.
Yeah, even if no one necessarily believed in them. And there's different levels of belief, because we've got some people that looked at like Lucky Cyan as a religious figure at one point.
That was hilarious. I need to go back to that, because we down talk some of them episodes, and we need to put some respect on that whole arc, because that whole arc was crazy. Whole arc was crazy,
bro. Lucky Cyan over the weeks has gone up like in my estimations, and like where I rank her in terms of the overall characters and how fleshed out they were, their origins. She's like one of my favorites now. And X, like I like how they're handling the reveal of X, like how slowly over time he's been there in different capacities, like whether he's a background character, whether he was the person who gave Lucky Cyan the coin when she was busking on the streets. But it's like now it kind of makes sense if he was the magician that he's referring to. But we still
I don't know if he was. I feel like he was just putting him in the story.
Do you feel that way though? Because we didn't actually see. It wasn't like, which version of X did we see? Because when he was looking at him, he saw the salaryman version.
Listen. I'll trust a thing that Doug does. I don't like the Doug.
You know what? I was there. I was ready to hate. I was ready to have a successful hate watch.
Yeah, and it annoyed me because I was just like, I'm invested.
Yeah, I kind of care about how this plays out. Like I'm watching.
No, the worst thing is, like when the axe was coming, I thought I was like, when I seen the axe coming, I was like,
when he drew for the axe, I'm like, really?
And then he head tapped the geezer, and I was like,
like yeah, he kind of did something. Like he kind of earned it.
I was like, yo, what do you mean?
All the
man?
praise he was getting was OD, but like,
fam, do you know what was OD? Them gassing how sick he was.
Yeah, I'm like,
man jumped in the building. You jumped in the building. You got boxed.
And how did she survive getting thrown off the roof?
Because she's hard.
I was like, oh, so that character's just dead then, because these shadow guys.
This is what I thought. I was like, oh, that's a quick M, you know.
I thought, yeah, get the body counter on the screen.
At least with Esau's brethren, he got a couple episodes.
Yeah,
you get me?
like,
Yo, this guy got first episode, and then I see she crawling on the floor. I'm like, yo.
I'm like,
So
how tall was this building? Because we saw her.
If I jump off a building now,
she continued to go up. Remember?
Yo,
like,
that was fam. They were high rises.
Yeah, that looked to me. It looked like some kind of high rise situation, and then we're seeing her fall to the ground, and they're making sure she's gonna hit the ground. So I'm like, how did she survive? There's we got a bit of disbelief. We got to give it to him. Because they pulled it off. They stuck the landing. The dog still didn't do too much in terms like what are his powers. He can just fight a little bit. Is that it?
He did nothing.
I was expecting
my man defeated all the men. No, bro. You chopped off one of their heads, but the others were defeated all by X.
Facts. We can't gloss over that. And did he say it was just him right at the end?
Yeah. Right at the end.
Or
I don't know.
Because that's what I'm saying.
Nah, you know what it is? Nah. He's that guy, yeah, who when you're in a group project who does no work but takes all the credit.
See, if that's what he's doing, I don't really like that. Because I thought, is he gonna have integrity? Is he gonna be like, nah, like there's this other guy?
He's a dog. He ain't got no integrity. Sorry, since becoming a cat person,
he's out there talking. And again, even the reveal at the end that he wasn't audibly talking before. Like
he couldn't speak. All of those were his thoughts, but he could only talk once he got his powers.
And then it's like, did they believe he could talk? What beliefs did they have about this dog?
I kind of think he needs to be able to talk. It's one of those where we can't just be using the audible barks for people. Are we going to do the R2D2 thing where certain people can just understand him and certain people got we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
If this show does that, then it's dropped down considerably.
I like that she asked the question, yo, since when could you talk?
Yeah.
That's that for me.
Okay, so this whole time, he hasn't been hearing this guy talk, but his thoughts, the voice he hears in his head is the same as the voice that came out, which is interesting.
Is your voice in your head not the same as... Do you know what? No, because mine's Patrick Stewart. So I've got a...
that shit changes.
That's different voices, and we're gonna have a discussion.
That's a whole different bag. Like we'll get into that. But like on this episode, I think we're building up to something big with X. I mean, 41 years after commission, it's lined up to be... I don't know if they're going to do the conflict, like, with the plane crash and everything else. I don't think we go back this season.
Do you think we get Zero? I think we get the resurrection in Zero.
I think that's meant to be Dragon Boy. I hate Dragon Boy.
I eventually I want to be monetized, so I kind of say what I wanted to say. But I am not a fan of Dragon Boy, and I do not wish for him to be Zero.
They're pushing him super hard. Like, he's going to be the main...
They need to push him off a cliff.
They tried, but Payne's his whole deal.
Man said he gets pushed off a cliff and then deals twice that damage back to somebody.
And we've got to talk about that as well, because how does that work? Like, do you have to be looking at the person? Like, how does the...
Bro, he got choked out. And turned into some fear demon, and then got slapped back to normal.
He spat the fear back out. Are you forgetting that part?
No, but I'm on about the purple thing that he turned into.
Well, this is my confusion with this character. Like, is that his ability post fear? Because remember, Nice came, pulled up, had his moment, stuck him with it, and then it was kind of like, okay, so you're turning into one of these little demon creatures, but then we've seen that liquid or whatever it is. You only need it to touch you for it to touch your clothes, not even your skin.
Do you know what's crazy? What I've noticed in the lead up. Initially, they painted X to be like a potential antagonist, where X was going to be a problem. Like, we don't know where he's from. They did the whole mysterious background means we can't trust you thing.
Yeah,
and as we've gone further through the story, we've realized the people that we've actually been getting to know are actually the ones that are the bad guys. Like, my whole thoughts on Nice have changed. My whole thoughts on Esau have changed. Like, I'm kind of happy Moon got wigged. Like,
what and all that as well. Like, we saw Moon got wigged, but then there's issues like the body. We don't know where. Like, there's a chance it wasn't her. Like we don't actually know a lot of the conclusions to these.
Nah, I guarantee that one that got wigged is her.
See,
the one that got kidnapped weren't her, but the one that got wigged. Oh my god!
But for me, the fact that happened was like, okay, so they can do this body switch thing where it's not all that it seems to be. But overall, all right. So ratings, what are you giving the episode? I'll give it a 7, straight up.
I was right about to say 7. I can't lie. It's a 7. Like, I've made my views clear about the dog from early.
Yeah,
from when
we've been. Watch the previous episodes. They're gonna see that we already had opinions about what this was gonna be.
No. Don't say we. You were more welcoming than I was.
I'll give it a chance.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I said initially, if they do the whole noir thing and they're doing like
there was not one piece. There was not one piece of noir.
Yeah,
there was not one piece of noir.
It wasn't that.
Everything we were promised concerning the dog did not happen. I got this asshole of a dog. Because let's be honest, he was an asshole.
Where did the hat come from as well?
No idea, bro. Wait, did he take it from the shadow thing? But I thought that would have disappeared with him.
I was going to say, wasn't that part of his gimmick?
Do you know what? He cut off his head though, so I think his body was just. Wait, hold on. Did he just take a hat off a corpse?
This is what I'm saying. If he did
and
that,
start rocking it to interviews.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
He pulled it to the press conference. Hat low as well. You get
this episode's a 7.5.
He had the hat low for a minute. That asked him like, "Yo, was it all you?" And I'm like, "Wait." So, yeah, but that raises another question. Like, what part of this fear demon shadow thing is tangible, and who decides that they're all going to?
It wasn't. The worst thing is it weren't even fear that landed on Nice. It was flipping. It was blood.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it was blood. He got head topped.
But it's one of those feared. Remember?
Nah, Nice has slowly been losing his damn mind.
Nah, I know.
Like everything bad had been happening. Bro, if it was fear, it would have affected him.
But one thing I like how they dealt with that. Like we've seen the spiral. Where it's like he's trying so hard to get into the top 10 and it's just not working.
But I'm sure it's Nice affected by fear because remember he was built off fear. So I'm not sure if he's actually affected by it or not.
Real quick then, like the credits they're rolling, we see like Nice where he's forgetting who he is, and then we see the commoner. So what do you think's going on there? Real quick.
No, I think that's the scene. I think that's obviously the first scene that we see in the show.
Yeah.
Which is Nice, just walking off the roof. He's lost his mind. Yeah, just walking off the roof, losing his mind.
I'm not so sure because I'm like, is that Nice or just something?
Yeah, no, it's Nice
with the commoner. Like the only reason I'm
that's Nice because the commoner there. No, they did. That's what I'm saying. It's the full circle moment. It's showing as to why Nice killed himself. Because remember, that was the whole question for the first season. Why did Nice kill himself? We actually have gotten the reason on episode 23 now. Well, I say episode 23. Like the fall of Nice. We need a video on the fall of Nice.
That needs its own unpacking. I like how they dealt with that.
Like the fall of Nice has been so like drip fed to us that now we've finally got it and it's gone. And how they've done it, it's brought us right to the point where we first see him. Yeah. So then if you play this episode backwards now, so play 23 and then you play 1,
it's gonna link.
You're literally gonna see the point where Nice walks off the roof.
But you see, you know why I'm saying that is because it came right after the scene of where he's talking about the magician, magic, and all this stuff, and then we see X. Like, because we don't know X's origin, it could very well have been X. It could have just been that version of him, the transformed version, because no one knows what he looks like other than smile.
Oh no, we saw him in the episode. He's got black hair, glasses.
Yeah, they don't know him as. They don't look at him and say, "Oh, that's X."
No, they don't. Guy. Well, the dog knows. The dog knows who X is now. Well, the dog also knows. The dog's.
Does he?
Yeah. You remember he said
tell him to leave.
Yeah, but he didn't know he was X at the time until he turned into X. Remember?
I still don't think he made the connection.
Nah, he did. That's why he was talking about magicians. He was saying the guy's a magician.
But it's what he saw. He saw the white hair, the suit, and all that. He didn't know it was my man that was at the vending machine.
Nah, I'll put it down that he does. I think the dog knows who X is.
Well, I suppose we're gonna find out next episode.
Because for him to recognize him again at the vending machine.
But all he saw was them fighting in the floor. He didn't even have a clear look at him.
Nah, this dog, obviously it's Super Dog, isn't it? He saw everything.
Crypto.
Nah, because Crypto was kind of an ass in the movie as well.
Oh gosh, what is it with dog characters lately?
Creature comforts.